So, well, you are this is KMTV, Liberia's number one online TV section. We here at the home of Nathaniel McGill, where he will be addressing the press. So now, Smith Toby.
We are again happy to assemble all of you here on today. This is not our usual Tuesday briefing. I'm sure that you are aware and you see faces here from different media institutions. We are happy that we've tried to bring the government out there to all of you viewers in different part of the world and following this very special coverage of this press briefing. Today, assemble all of you here.
During difficult times, we have to engage. I know the last time you guys were here, we had a very good conversation. As a Minister of State, I always see it as an opportunity and a privilege to speak to you members of the Folk Estate, so that you can be able to ask some questions, issues of national concern, issues that you may have on your mind, things that you'll be hearing. And so today is one of those days that I thought to have this. I rather than saying a press briefing, I always say it's a conversation with the press, with the Minister of State, so we can talk on a wide range of issues and some of the issues that have been affecting our country. But before I start again, I want to use this opportunity to, I know it's been very tough, we lost some great friends. Some of the guys who we lost were very close friends. Sonyipa, Baten Yinswa, Noah's Cock. These are people that I knew personally. So it's a tough time. Our country is going through it's a tough time, but we got to keep praying as a country. We got to keep praying. And so I just thought to make sure that I pay my respect to the fallen hero before we can begin this conversation. The last time you came and we briefed you, or we informed the public that there were a series of initiatives that the President has undertaken as a government. And I thought to just give you some updates on these different issues ranging from some of the immediate projects that the President is undertaking. I know you want to get more updates, for instance, on the President electrification program that is going for the Christmas, which includes the purchase of transformers. As you know, one of the major things right now in the city is everybody crying for electricity. The President sees electricity as a very important component of our macroeconomic development. So the President has instructed, or did instruct the Minister of Finance to make $2 million available so that we can solve problems affecting 86 communities. There could be more. They cannot be less, but it could be more because over time more communities have high electricity problem. 2 days ago, I think 2 or 3 days ago, I had a meeting with the LEC Managing Director to find out, to give me an update on the procurement process of the transformer. I'm informed by the 20th of November, the first 26 transformer, which is 10 pieces of 50 kVA and 16 pieces of 250 kVA will be arriving. That's the 26 community. So the first week, hopefully before the end of the month, 26 major communities will be affected. I've instructed my staff to work closely with LEC by the President's instructions to make sure that 26 communities, the first 26 communities will begin. We're making a list of those communities so we can establish the key area. When I spoke to LEC said to me, even though there are 26 communities, but some of the communities are very, very large, meaning we need more than 2-3 transformers in some of the communities. So we are taking those into consideration. So we just want to inform the public that the transformer issue is not a joke. We are coming out there, we're making sure as LEC bring these transformers, we'll make sure we inform you. Additional 56 pieces of transformer should be arriving on December the 10th, according to the schedule. These things are subject to adjustment because they are shipping in line. They gave you some dates, and you find out that they ship the date. Right now, I was talking to some of the shippers that we're expecting a ship in today. I'm just told the ship is being delayed for 3 days. So these things can happen. But I want to assure the public that the transformer is coming. We're expecting from the 26th, we're expecting additional 56. So that is about 51. So you know the number of homes that will be affected, that will benefit, and you can also multiply it by maybe by 10 to see the number of persons that will benefit from. It also depends on the number of usage of the electricity. Some people are only using their lights. So if you're using light, that means you can even get more persons on the transformer. So I just thought to get a transformer issue. On the issue of the street lights, which has become a very important project of the president. As you see, most of the major streets in Monrovia now, part of our construction arrangement is to make sure that we ask the contractors or the project design to include street lights. So the reason why we're doing separate street lights, they're not part of the project because from ELVA to Broad Street, from Broad Street to Simple Bridge, those are old streets. We are doing repairs, so the government took the responsibility to make sure to provide a street light before Christmas. Monrovia, like I said, the president believes Monrovia is too dark. We got to change the paradigm, making Monrovia appear like a capital. The shipment is coming from Morocco. We expect it to arrive. As you see the streets, you can see the level of work that's been done. So the have been deployed along the road. It is our hope before the 20th we can get a petty stuff to Broad Street, and as soon as the poles arrive, work will begin, and you'll see massive installation of poles. I know the president himself is willing for that. Maybe you'll be engaged. I want to thank the military too for engaging, which is the Bourgeois Island. You see a lot of repair work that's been done on our road. Too much money was used, and every now and then we had to rebate, because if you don't do the work correctly, you will have to continually pay money to do that job. And so that work is ongoing. So we are very grateful to the work that's been done, public work. Most of these things, like I said from the beginning, we will always pay tribute to the late minister, who was a vision to make sure that most of these projects started. So when we are talking about this project, and we are sometimes 1,500,000, that payment has started, people in Ghana receiving that pay. So on the 2nd of December, the president is going to break ground, so the road can start. And not just breaking ground, but the road will begin the first week of December. The construction of the road from Ganta to, the first phase is from Ganta to Saclay Pier, which is about 39.5 kilometers. And the second phase, the procurement process is ongoing under the World Bank program. And that project should begin next February according to the World Bank own program. So the president is very focused in making sure that it's built. Like I said in the last meeting, the president believes that if he doesn't achieve anything, one of the single most important things he wants to achieve is to make sure that La Presse connected with the road. That will be a success story for the president. And so we're not going to give up on that. The president is very focused in making sure he delivers on your promises. And the area road will be fixed. Each of the market construction, blah, blah. Then we can take questions from the press regarding general happenings in the country. I know some of the press have been asking me, been seeking some clarification from me. But I wanted to first give an update on some of our last conversation, and then we can begin to relate into our public. So thank you for coming.
So again, we want to say thanks to the minister for laying out in his briefing note exactly what is brought forth to the public through your various platform. Like we've always done, it will be a very good opportunity to have some interaction with the minister. He's willing to take your questions, and so we'll ask you to put up your hands once you are recognized and call the name of the institution, and then you can put forth your question to the Minister of State. So we are hoping that I should use your lapel. You should be getting me from that point, so that if you are here, you want to raise a point, we can allow you so that you can be on camera or from the position you are. You just raise your voice, we'll recognize you, and then you can go ahead. So let me start with Julius Contam.
Thank you. I'm Julius Contam from Fortune Television.
Fortune?
Fortune TV. My question is relative to the recent dedication of Nathaniel McGill Intellectual Center. At that program, you promised to build children's playground. You can give them up to $5,600.
Well, I'm working along with Michael. You mean at the point in Maggie? Yeah, I'm working along with. These things don't happen overnight. Firstly, you have to identify the land. My wife is still trying to find the available area, so
Comment?
Yep. Good afternoon, Honorable McGill. I'm Kwame Opa Weeks from the Liberian News Agency. You open your statement by saying that Nyensua, Nyempa, all of these people that die are very, very close friends of yours. And you said these are tough times. You pay your respect and refer to them as fallen heroes. Seeing your face, the passion and all of that, but that does not balance with what's on social media. You've been accused by someone claiming to be part of the relatives of killing these people, and so much stuff that have been going on. Earlier, Honorable Fargon stated that this government has been accused on so many killings, and these people are walking around. You care to lay these rumors to rest?
Well, sometimes you ask yourself whether you need to respond to some of these things. But because our society is gullible, and so because there's pain that the family suffers, so you see it as a responsibility to say something. Because if you don't say anything, people just believe anything.
Correct.
A lot of people don't know. Before Mabudu became Minister of Public Works, Mabudu had a very good time. And one of those was Mabudu. A lot of people know you saw Mabudu doing inspection. Mabudu always sent for me. Mabudu never one day called me by my name. He always said to me, Chum. He never called me Minister of McGill. He always said, Chum. I feel very hurt. Not for myself, but for the parents of the minister. Because when people know the truth, and people come and say your child was killed, you know the pain and agony the family is going through. I know people say, Maggie, you're minister, people say anything, but you don't have to say something. Mabudu is a Sabo man. A Bele man. People don't know Bele, Sabo Poli Adori. I'm not supposed to see Mabudu blood. So people get and say, Maggie, how okay somebody who I was very close to? Mabudu you come to my house. And people talk about the meeting, and maybe I need to explain what led to the meeting. Because all sorts of explanation. Firstly, I'm a minister of state. I know that people, my job is to make sure that every cabinet member does it. His was a job. Now I don't compromise it. Even if my friend, you're not doing your job, you know what me first. I don't compromise that. And everybody knows that. Because at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that when you have a piece of job to do, you do it to the best of your ability. All my friends who come around me knows that. But I cherish my friendship. One of the things I don't compromise is friendship. Because money can never buy friendship. So I feel hurt. And I know the people. People looking in my face. I know some of the people who are behind this malicious propaganda. They're not doing it to me. He think he's trying to destroy me. But you're hurting the poor woman. My mother the same. Poor people. And you want to lie that somebody killed someone when you know the story is not true. In the first place, we've always had meetings on public works. It's not the first time. Always had meetings. And when we have meetings, people send for food for people to eat. On this fateful day of this meeting, the minister has informed me that he had a problem with getting certain things done. He wanted my intervention to get the Minister of Finance and the PPCC, and then you can go interview the PPCC director and the PPCC director to make sure that we solve some of the problems that he was confronted with. Let me give you one example. People say there were heated argument in the meeting. Yeah, there were heated argument in the meeting. But what was the heated argument all about? The heated argument was about a contract to do the road to 14 Military Hospital. The road to 14 Military Hospital. I don't like to explain it, but I have to explain it in the public and understand. You can go to the PPC director and answer. The minister had requested a no objection to a contract for that road. And the minister's problem was the current road that we're doing here, the current road, the least you pay for the current road is something between $600,000 to $850,000 feeder road. And the minister said to me, Minister McGill, Chairman, he said, Chairman, that the road too expensive. So we gotta find a most cheaper way of doing the road. He brought a new technology. You can go there, go see it, but he brought new technology. And that technology, the president myself, people say, look, man, we think they want to make more sense. Instead of spending $600,000 or $800,000, you can spend $300,000 to do 1 kilometer. $300,000.
Wow.
So the difference between $300,000 and $600,000 or $850,000, almost $500,000. Yeah. You can save at least $500,000. So he made a request. Over 6 months, there was a problem. When I called the PPC director said, that not me. My problem is not public works. Public work procurement people having issue. So we decided to call the group to have that meeting. So when the meeting, we sent for the PPC director. Mabudu was not talking. The Minister of Finance and the PPC director, they wanted to have an understanding. And I was angry. And I said to the PPC director, if you say public work request for a no objection is too high, then cancel the no objection and ask public work to do a new procurement process. But mind you, the only people that will do that road, no other company in Labrador will get you road for $350,000. $350,000. So when people call me in the office and I was angry, I was upset because the minister wanted the job done and the job had been delayed because of people not understanding that $350,000 is cheaper. They wanted new procurement process. We said, okay, but you do new procurement process, that only one company in Labrador can do that job. The other company in South Africa, right now will get COVID. You will not do the job. So we had a conversation. When the conversation was getting tough, Mabudu called me and told me that work in my conference room. We walk in the conference room. I can tell you one thing. Every day we met Mabudu. Mabudu was the only man in the cabinet. Even Mabudu bad, you will never know he's bad. So I always say he's a politician. Because he always had a way of calming people down. So there was no issue, my brother. We only wanted to help him, man. Like we always do. And we solved that problem. Mabudu invited all the contractors, the contractor for the Chinese man who was doing the work to Johnsonville. He invited him because the Johnsonville men were complaining that you're not getting paid. Based on the complaint, we invited the road fund director to come in. When the road fund director came in, we asked him, why have you not paid these people? And there were issues, which I can't explain all the financial details. There were issues. We all resolved the issues. and they brought the food. The food they brought, I did not send for the food. I did not send for the food. I don't even know where the food came from. The people brought food, I don't know where it came from. I had no idea, zero idea where the food coming from. The restaurant they get the food from, I don't know. It is now people are telling me, I don't know what is correct. I'm asking all the public where people, where they took that food from, because they took it from Paris. If they where the food came from, maybe we need to go ask them. Wow. Because it is unfair for people to be accusing me. I don't know. I've not been to Paris since 2014. I don't even know how Paris is looking. I've never been there to eat before. To say, okay, McGill get people there. He will take telephone call and call the person not preparing the food, the portion, and somebody else that fish. What kind of nonsense is this? For responsible people to be going around spoiling people, complete nonsense and acting the poor family.
Right.
And you get big people in the government here behind that nonsense. But we know them. We know them. Some of them on record are sending me some stupid text messages. They know that they know themselves. If they better, they will talk. Because I know the people behind this thing to try to malign and spell my character. I know the people who are behind it. I know them. I'm upset because there's not only about me, there is about the poor mother of the minister. Somebody saying the medical report is available. The medical report is available. I will not respond to this thing, but I want to respond to it to set the record straight.
Now,
I did not look. I did not request for food. I did not send for food. When I went to public work, I never asked for them to bring food. Yeah, food. I always bring food. They are always send for food. They brought food there. We were more than 25 persons in this meeting. Somebody say we just went in the meeting, man. We were more than 25 persons. All the deputy ministers are in the meeting. All the assistant ministers are in the meeting. The directors of public work are in the meeting, including some of the late minister assistants. The chief of staff are in the meeting. The chief of staff in the meeting. So where the whole story coming from? Like somebody came, they put in cyanide in fish. I don't even know. I ate some of the food. But I ate that food along with Uboti. Assuming that I wanted to kill somebody that Uboti has supposed to kill, correct? Because Uboti myself ate in the same plate. He ate some of the same soup I ate. The minister was not close to me. So where the whole story coming from that they man ate? The same stupid person that wrote it funny, he said I killed one George Colley. Because of some kind of company, you're George Colley business friend, you're calling. My whole life, I've never been in South Africa. I went to South Africa. I don't even know how South Africa looking. Wow. I've never entered South Africa in my whole life. I've never even done transit at the South African airport in my whole life. People say I went to South Africa. I killed somebody from there. Yeah, George Colley from there. I told them when to South Africa. I don't know how South Africa looking. I've never been there before. When people die in the country, they just find a way to accuse me. One man, somebody go look at the stupid thing where I met there. Your other friend.
Right. Right. That's why
my JB Burma. But my JB Burma came to my house a few days. Every day, but my JB Burma can't. I'm aware. Oh my, where the food is? If I can kill you, can't eat my whole. You have to down one day. But soon you get a woman business, you say that problem, I mean, want to kill you. They feel like here. He told my last parent that from me. My thing to the parent that you run away. What a man need. Using for $200 from me. He said, my man cheat, they met him $100. Why have been using the man owing me? So we just laugh about, hey, man, like. You get a woman, you say woman business. Now that means to trying to kill you. Tell me, man, for God's sake, you don't love somebody. You can't be putting those kind of thing on people, especially other family people. For heaven's sake. You know, God is there. You know, every time we are Christians. We are Christians. And me, I'm a Christian, I'm an African. I always say, if somebody pressing my voodoo God there. If somebody really pressing my voodoo, hey, God there. But if people lying on us, our God is also there. Because God will, man, truth never hide. The truth will come up. The opposition who believe, there are people who believe I'm obstacle to their success. You know, the same Kwengba story. Some people believe they can get to the president, but they think that I'm the obstacle. So the way to do it, let's get rid of McGill. So we can malign McGill character, we can destroy him, we can say all kind of things. I mean, that God get me. I never pray for the joy I get, that God give it to me. So when people get it, say you will lie on me to try to destroy me. Only God can fight my battle. I mean, it's very unfair. Liberian people are some of them very wicked. You just get in the money, you say somebody want to kill you. Grandma today, grandma, JB, grandma, yeah, you don't want to say somebody want to kill you. You accuse people of running behind your wife. You and your wife get a problem, you accuse all your friends. There's some people they go to their house, they don't eat, when not getting food, they say, I'm going to call the woman, how they give me food. That's the real thing. When women get you food to eat, I'm going to call the woman, say, the woman, not giving food to eat. When you go to your house, when your wife meet you, in different way, he said, Maggie told the woman to meet me. So everything I'm Maggie. You know, my name has become so sweet. There are people going around using Maggie name. I can understand. At least lie on me for different things, but don't lie on me that I can kill people. Because I never kill a fly in my life. When people are killing people for free in this country, for free, during the war, I never kill somebody. To even fire a gun, I don't know how to fire a pistol. I don't even know how to use it. Before I say somebody, my parents know me. I don't even authorize people to go kill chicken. Somebody will not believe it, but I'm everybody. Chicken. I'm my whole family. When you're killing chicken, I tell you, say, don't bring it near me. Take it from me. I don't want to see the chicken being killed. Then you'll say that I want to kill him again. My history is very clear. You never heard Maggie have insulted people. As chairman of CDC, nobody called me and said I was engaged in anything. I always show respect for people. But it's sad that people will want to use my name. I don't know for what reason. But you can't use it to hurt other family. To hurt other family. Every time when people say, I think about a man, poor mother or a poor parent, a family people, because they will believe it. You just get a very important son who's doing everything for you, and somebody says somebody took your life, you think that person will be your enemy for life. Not say for God's sake. If somebody didn't let Maputo or the president or somebody, you gotta take the man life or then take the job from the man. You can just get out in the morning and say, man, I'm minister. Yeah, Langley was deputy minister. And Langley still my friend. But you just go out in the morning and tell the man, Langley, you're not deputy minister again, but public way. And Langley living. Then what do the men who would know? The men that we know. The men that we know will wait till 11 just for waiting for public work job. For heaven's sake, man. And you're talking crap for public work job. What is the job that you take somebody's life for? And people want to believe, oh, they meant it, oh, when they put in that, somebody kill the person. Let Batten use one. Batten use one. We've been friends from 1997. Friend from 1997. The white note. Went to University of Liberia. The first group of students that entered University of Liberia under Dr. Patrick Ellen Sale. I remember that class. The Carol grade, 1995. And we graduated 2000. The boarding class. We are like brothers. Being the job you know. The so-called people talking about the report. And let me tell you, the report was authorized for Biden to go do that, or it was authorized by the president. I wrote Biden the letter. Go in there and find out what happened. That man bring a report. The man even sent a report to me and people say, that man was so submissive, hard working for the government. The man was discovering all sorts of goods in on payroll. What you want to kill the man for? The man will help your government. And you're boasting on the man's job. Every time the president get a man money, the man go and deliver, and the president can boast that we are reduced goods in on the health ministry payroll. And who established that pattern use one? That the man you will go kill, the same man working for you. Maybe that's what the people do in the opposition. Maybe most of the people in the opposition, most of their leaders are former killers. Most of their leaders are former killers. So they believe the only thing they can do is the same tactic they were doing that what other people are doing. Because then they used to killing people. So anything you want to do that you yourself got to kill people, but we don't have to kill anybody because we never kill people. Neither the president was not involved in war business. But some of the people are involved in war. Sometimes they say, Maggie get former general there to help. What former general there or general before? All of them today will be on there. Who be on there? Go ask them. All the security get who then? I ever fought war before? Before they say I control in general. The general control by you people, you're getting instructions. You're born armed for them. They brought in here, they kill people. And you want to believe poor people who have no reason to be believed. It's sad, gentlemen. And you're the president, you gotta be asking questions because I see some of the press people, they're very gullible. Because they write anything people get in. I'm aware of people giving press people, sending information to press people to say ready, people ready against me. Some people refuse already. Some people refuse. And one of them, man, some of the people refuse. And sometimes I either ask some of the people, why are you letting somebody try to destroy somebody in a restaurant and say, go loud, my girl, say, my girl, kill somebody and you ready? You don't even think about your friend what you're working against. And you know, the medical report there, the medical report. So let's show some respect to the young man. And bury the man with dignity and pride. And start asking all these, and start making all these stories. Every time I think about it, I feel very hurt because it is about somebody's son. It is about somebody's son.
Let's take another question from Abraham Well.
Yeah. So I'm Abraham Weir from Truth FM. Honorable McGill, though you spoke about the developmental issue, but just a deep part that captured from your response to this question. It becomes so scary when you are saying this allegation has been levied against you in relation to Mabudu's death. You said there are big hands in government. This means it is not the opposition beyond this.
It is both the opposition, you know, we're right, it is both the opposition and some people in the government who are now liaising with the opposition to try to damage my reputation. I'm aware of some of the people, but the fight will be told later on. They are the opposition people. The opposition people, they don't want to carry the story, but people in the government telling them. There are people in the government, I have sufficient evidence to show that people, because people in the press have called me, that so many people have called them to malign my character. I will not call their name now, but we are doing more investigation and we're establishing the name later on. And they are telling people in the opposition are singing somewhere. And the unfortunate thing is that majority of our friends in the opposition, their only trick was to harm people. Some of them that where they live, that were brought into prominence. Some of them we never did it before. You know, some of them never did it before.
Yeah, so Minister, on the issue of the projects you talk about, I have specific interest in the issue of electricity, which of course you stress on. And then talking about, do we have time frame set to some of these things that we can charge the government by that you said that within this period this will be done?
Yeah.
And not done,
Yeah. I mean, for instance, the street light, obviously the street light a time frame.
Okay.
Let me get go to the transformer. 26 transformer arriving by the 20th. Hopefully, 20th, 26 transformer arriving. Then additional 56 will arrive on the 10th of December. By the president's instruction, the first 26, as soon as they arrive, we are hoping that they'll be declared within 2 or 3 days. Immediately the project can start. So LEC tells me they can do at least 12 transformers per day, correct? Or Adu? Per week? 12 transformers per week. We're trying to increase that because LEC get our own logistical problem. So we're trying to see if we can borrow some equipment from Abidjan to be able to increase the amount of transformers that will be deployed during the week. So we think that it's too small. 12 transformers a week, that is too small, but it's saying some of the community, they gotta go do assessment, the logistical implication. If they just going to put a transformer there and connect, and all the houses get connected, much easier. But I have to go and do new assessment and see the capacity of people that in a community could make the process delay. So the process is going to start as soon as the first set of 26 arrive. We already identified 26 communities to send a 26 transformer. Then by the 10th of December, we hope before the 10th of December, the 26 community will be deployed. We'll get a list. I can't say off here which of the communities will be benefiting. But at least we'll make an announcement. And I showed the announcement. I don't want the announcement to be made next week, this week, by the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do an announcement this weekend. So additional 55 is coming on the 10th of December. The other 55, you get 51, 250 kVA. So the bigger the transformer, the larger the community can host. So this 250 community additional, 250 transformer, 51 community, additional 51 community. However, there's small caveat there. Some communities are so large that you gotta do more than one transformer. So hopefully we will be below the 86 community when we're doing the first it the two transformer, because some community may take three, depending on the size of the transformer. But the expert tell me that each transformer, each kilowatt is supposed to get a horse. So if you're doing 250 transformer, KVA transformer, you're talking about 250 homes that you're supposed to connect. So it's 250 times 50. So you can do the math.
So,
At
Vavle,
25 times 5, that's about 12,000 plus.
next question from Vavle.
Thank you. I'm Fafle Kamara from ELBC. I would try to skip a little bit. We are 22 days away from the senatorial election, and in terms of mitigating election violence, does the presidency or the executive mansion have a clear plan to work with the joint security to mitigate?
Of course.
Some of these
Obviously, you know,
violence?
security is the president's core responsibility. One of the things the president ought to do is to protect life and property. And that means providing security for citizens. And so the president would not renege on that responsibility. So as we speak, you see right now why it is true that people get a right to protest. How we use the word protest is demonstration. Demonstration and protest, they get too, so that demonstration can be too negative. Protest not necessarily negative. Protest means you can stay in your place, you put a placard, or you can show a disagreement against any act or action or activity. You can do that, which is your constitutional right to do. And the president is not obligated, the government is not obligated to protect that, but at the same time, we have to protect those who are not protesting. So you see today people are exercising that democratic right, but you see security in the street, not to stop them, but to protect the other citizens who will have the right to use the road. So the property, other people's property have to be protected. Like I said last time, if people want protest, they just need to write off. We can get them marching band. We can tell them where to go stand. They can do it. We've been doing it, but we don't want people all in the street becoming rowdy and causing problems and engaging in violence. So, like you said, elections always have tension because it's emotional. It's always emotionally packed. So we're doing our best. The president is very committed making sure that security the joint security is working. So the president.
Next question.
Minister, my name is Arvin Wozi. I work for Daily Observer newspaper.
You Wozi, brother?
Yes.
So what are you like president?
Minister, there's too many fear in the country due to the passing of these people in terms of security. What is the government doing to ensure that people can go to bed, wake up in the morning and still believe that there's security
the
in
president
the
has
country?
vowed to make sure there's security for all his citizens, the citizens of the country. And so we agree with you that things happen. And that's the reason why investigations are being conducted. To really establish what really happened. Whenever things happen, people will always remain suspicious. But we have to give the investigation some time and respect the investigation. The president authorized the Minister of Justice to make sure that the true story of what happened are told. And people die natural death, the pathology report will come up. Sometimes we need to believe, but because we are Africans, there are always all kind of conspiracy theory. Why did man happen? Why? You know, when the pastor was preaching, he asked a series of questions, and all the questions are necessary questions to be asked. What happened? Who were there? Who knew about it? What were the motive of the thing? All these questions need to be asked. But we can guarantee you that the president is doing everything along with the government to make sure that people can go to bed and sleep sound. Because it is never good news as the government when you get on your years, one of your citizens has died, and in a form and manner that people can establish what really led to the death. That's all we're concerned. So the president is concerned about that. But we always ask for patience. I know our friends are always say, well, they don't have to be patient. But you need to investigate and stuff. Because you know the reason, we would just conclude today is okay, because John Brown, you know, you're guilty. But there's law in this country. When we say you're guilty, we have to be able to prove beyond reasonable doubt. The word beyond reasonable doubt means you can't create, the burden is on the government to prove. Even though you're not there, but you got to prove that somebody really committed a crime. Even if the person did commit a crime, You have to prove. If you can't prove, that person walk away. Then what makes it appear like you are not serious. But we have laws. And these are all the complications. So I may have my own theory. You may have yours. But there's one thing we got to agree on. The laws in the country. And this thing we have to follow.
Minister, just a follow-up to that. Is that time frame attached to the report of the investigation?
There cannot be.
The second to that is, what are you doing to ensure that whatever reports that come out from the investigation, it cannot be trusted by the Liberian people?
Well, you know, one of the issues about trust is difficult, my brother. Next year, January, will be 50 years old. I live in the country, sometimes Liberians, it's difficult to trust their own people. So even if you say the truth, people don't trust you. Because the first thing when things happen, we already create a conspiracy theory and come to a conclusion. And once you've made that theory and come to a conclusion, I don't care what other people say, even if it's true, you're not believe it, because you have already formed your own conclusion in your mind that this is the reality. So we only hope that the people will believe whatever report, and we hope whatever report comes out will be the truth. Because everyone all wants to know, the president was not there or not there. We are relying on the expert to tell us that this is what happened. And the president may have his own way of investigating, but he's not an investigator. To say, yeah, I'm going to do the investigation. People will investigate and they report. And we hope that those reports, when all the experts come up and say, this is what happened, we want to believe it. But does it mean a closure? Some of it will be a closure. But sometimes in these cases, some of the cases go on long and people keep investigating. Because maybe there's some doubt that was left somewhere that was not answered. And you continue to look for the answer of that doubt. Maybe that answer could lead you to the real conclusion of that case. Because we see in other cases, if you go watch case investigation, case happen 10 years, 20 years, people stay investigating. Maybe they even want to quote, there was a conclusion, the O.J. Simpson case, the other cases you can find, people make conclusion, they indicted people, they sent people to jail. But after 20 years, people realize that maybe that finding, the fight was not the actual fight. Maybe the person that committed a crime was not the person that they arrested. They arrested somebody wrong. And so you can conclude the case, but you can still continue to, if there's doubt left that you want to find, that clue, you can still continue to investigate. And at some point, if the investigation never comes out to that conclusion, maybe until you die fine. But if it can come out to establish new facts or circumstances around a particular case, you can still go after it. So the reason why sometimes in criminal investigation, people don't get 100% full case to bear. Sometimes they put 99%, 95%, they conclude the case, but they still remain 5% to say maybe there was some theory that made us, that we could now understand, maybe we need to investigate. So for a future happening in a scene occurring, you can say, look, this situation happened before, and this is how we concluded.
So, just 1 minute.
So I'm just saying, the time frame will come. Let's get the Justice Ministry report time, will come over with some findings. Because I too am waiting for the information as you are waiting for it.
Next question from ABC Radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Fatih Regens from ABC Radio. Last week we saw mixed views from citizens when the president recommended that citizens that can afford to buy security cameras for their homes. My question is the government considering the installation of security cameras, like street cameras?
But if the president is telling you and is telling us that we should do it, obviously the government will also be thinking in that direction. Because you see, the president, the security of the country is the president's number one priority. The president is concerned about your security, about my security, about everyone's security in this country. So the idea that people should get a video camera, we're even going to make it mandatory for now for video clubs, for nightclubs, for social gathering. We're going to make it mandatory that you should have security camera in any kind of place, so that anything happens, we can be able to detect what already occurred in your area. So that I think it's a good thing, that people should embrace it. It's just in the country when the president said good thing, people always don't think about it. But it's a good thing if you can afford security camera in your area. You see, my friend, may his soul rest in peace. If a security camera on today, the thing we're discussing will not be discussing it. Even though you have a security camera in your house. And everything I think about it, sometimes it hurts because you can't, and people just say anything they want to say. But everybody want to know the truth. What already happened? Everybody want to know the true story. What already occurred on that day. The man was here to my house. He came here Thursday. He didn't see me. He came here Friday morning. I couldn't talk to him. He and Solicitor General. So yeah, the whole year was back. He left. I was just told by my aide that he should come here Saturday morning. That Saturday morning, I never saw him. I never saw him that Saturday morning. Up to now, I can only hear about it. And somebody, at one point, accusing people, and some of your friends were not even there. Sometimes for making these stories, sometimes you're thinking, what kind of country we in? But I Labrador again. What about the first this two Labrador? We just say, what the name? From New Democrat. Talking about this two is Labrador.
Okay, so we'll take the final question from OKFM.
Mr. McGill, my name is Olive Stevenson and I work for OKFM. I'm concerned about the mandate that was given to Lawrence Brooklet to look into the case involving the journalists of Liberia, reporting our case, and I can remember on that day, you and Minister Eugene Namwe addressed us, but there was a mandate given.
He just called me 2 days ago that the report is ready. I've not seen the report, but I'm quite sure he will present a report very soon.
Minister, you want to wrap up concerning the final day before we close?
Well, again, we just say thank you. And I just pray that the souls of faithful departed friends will rest in peace. That people will give some respect and let wait, especially those who die in circumstances that require investigation. The truth will come up. The truth will be told. And the world will know what really happened. Those that we can establish by medical report how they died, the truth should also be told. The truth should also be told. So people will know what happened. But our consciences are clear. God knows. The reason why I'm saying this, I'm not going to talk to the owner matter again. Because I'm a Christian. I'm not going to talk on the matter again regarding all the accusations against me. People may say what they want to say. You know, the pastor said in church yesterday, he said, hatred. Well, hatred can bring envy. And envy can bring hate. Because when you can't control hate, you envy someone. And when you can't control envy, you attack the person. I know there are people who hate me because of what I say. But I can't control it. It's part of my responsibility. It's part of my responsibility. There are people who say, oh, my get too hard. My get too hard. My get can ask, he can get a cabinet friend and hard time. That's my job. My job is to give my friends, my colleagues hard time with respect to do their responsibility. I will never shy away from that. But what I would never do is to harm my colleague. And in a way, to destroy their life. It would only, I mean, assuming that McGill had the power to fire a cabinet member or McGill is upset, and which I can tell anybody, the president is an independent person. If I went to the president, just to go lie on one cabinet member, the president will not listen to me. The president will assess my story. And that's what people don't understand. He will assess my story. And he will establish that what I'm saying is true before he will act, because he's not just going to act because McGill says so. But if you're not working, as the Minister of State, I will ask you to please do your job. And don't see that as a way of saying I'm against you. I'm not against you. But I got a work to do. I got a job to do. I know some people, again, let me say some people, There are some other people who feel that way. When the Minister of State, the President can ask me to do this. My core function, my core responsibility, and somebody put their lawyer, go read the executive law and look at the core function of the Minister of State. I know some people say the assistant to the President, but the statute that created the Minister of State say one of the core responsibilities of the Minister of State that the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs is the principal, underline the word, the principal assistant to the President. So maybe people don't know what the role of the Minister of State is. So when the President asked me to do something, I'm doing it, other people get involved. No, I'm just doing my job. I'm not doing anybody's job. I'm not doing anybody's job. I am the principal assistant to the President. So I want to underscore that word so you know today. You can't be saying unless some people get us say I get doing this. I'm not doing anything outside of my core responsibility. The statute say I am the principal assistant to the President, and I'll continue to do that as long as the Minister of State that has the respect of the President. Until the President, who has the full power to dismiss any cabinet minister at will and pleasure, does so, I will do my job. I will do my job. If you're working for the President, you got to do what the President says you should do. And my work is to make sure that I get to you as my colleague in cabinet to please do your responsibility. And start envying me. And start trying to hate me. If you don't want to do your job because you think I will come to you, then you leave. Because the President has a timeline to do for the people like Liberia, and he will not give up. The President can get up. Who said the President can get upset with me? The President can get upset with any minister, including myself. If the President get mad, the President have me by door wrong, the President will discipline me. And he never hesitate to discipline anybody. Not even a brother or a family president. So he doesn't pick and choose. I use that word, pick and choose. All he wants is for people to do the right thing. Do the right thing. And our friends who carry all the wrong information will ask you to please start paying some respect to the family of the late fallen minister. I know my own, you will never start accusing me. You will keep accusing me. But it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. And if I don't want to be accused, then I don't want to be the Minister of State. But let people know the truth. Let people know the truth. I know some people will say, oh, the thing they're talking are not true. It's left for you to believe or you don't want to believe. But at least my conscience is clear that I've said my part of the story. And God knows. When they go, if the judge or everyone, somebody were not there, you may have reason to ask tens and thousands of questions. But God knows the true story. So thank you and God bless you.
Okay, so thanks to all of you for coming.
God bless you.
And the Minister of
Thank you
State,
and God bless you. That was
We come to the end of this program. This TV, Liberia section. My name is Scott Fabio Kwanzaa. Thanks for watching.